Hey guys, what's up? This is Vinnie Stevens here. Welcome to another video for my channel. Welcome to a brand new three-part series of vinyl reviews. So, and obviously a new location. Um, so, um, I'm just gonna get straight into this video. I've nothing really to say. So in this video, I am going to be reviewing BAM. I'll go a bit closer. Um, Gary Moore Back on the Street album. So enough of me talking. Let's get on with the video. So who is Gary Moore? So Robert William Gary Moore was a Northern Irish guitarist, singer, songwriter, and record producer. Um, he was born in Belfast in the north of Ireland on the 4th of April 1952 and died on the 6th of February, aged 58 in 2011. His career lasted from 1969 to his death in 2011. His genres he played cover blues, heavy metal, hard rock, and jazz fusion. He played instruments such as guitar, bass, harmonica, and keyboard, as well as doing vocals. He played in several local bands in his teenage years before moving to Dublin in the Republic of Ireland to join Skid Row, not Sebastian Bach's Skid Row, a different one. He later played in Thin Lizzy with Phil Lynott. Moore later joined British jazz rock band Xolium 2, then went on as a solo artist. He's had a successful solo career with 11 top 40 singles releases, one being on actually this album, Parasite Walkways from Back in the Streets album. But then peak in popularity until his best selling album, Still Got the Blues, released in 1990. Moore has shared the stage with both blues and rock legends such as B.B. King, Albert King, John Merrill, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, Albert Collins, George Harrison, and Greg Lake. Moore has released just as a solo artist. I'm not going to do his bands and stuff he was in. 17 studio albums, 8 live albums, 12 compilation albums, and 53 singles. So now on to the background of the album. So background of the album. So after releasing his first album, Grinding Stones, under the name of Gary Moore Band in 1973, which was released under CBS Records in the UK and Europe, and the album was released in North America on the label Cosmos. In January 1974, Moore rejoined um, Thin Lizzy after the departure of founding member Eric Bell. Moore stayed with the band until April of that year, and the band recorded 3 songs with him, including the single Still in Love with You, which included on Thin Lizzy's fourth album, Nightlife, released that year. During 1974 to 75, Moore performed a number of recordings as a session guitarist and can be heard on records by Eddie Howe, Jack Lancaster, and Peter and the Wolf, whoever they are. On these recording sessions, Gary Moore met a guy called John Hensman, and they decided to start a band called Colosan 2. Um, re- they released their first album, Strange New Flesh, in March 1976. The band also contributed with Andrew Lloyd Webber on The Composer, Verifications in 1978. In early 1977, Murray joined Thin Lizzy, first as a temporary replacement for the injured Brian Robertson, and then as a permanent bass in the summer of 1978. between late 1977 and early 1978, while performing with Consonium 2, Murray recorded this album, Back in the Streets, which featured lead single Parsons Walkways. This actually saw it achieve the top 10 status in the UK singles chart in April of 1979, while Back on the Streets was climbed the charts. Gary Moore had rejoined Thin Lizzy and stayed with them for a year, also recording the album Black Rose, a rock legend, with them, which reached number 2 in the UK albums chart in 1979. He also appeared in the videos Waiting for an Alibi, um, With Love, and Do Anything You Want To. He left the band abruptly in July of that year during the US summer tour. So now on to about the album. So about the album, so Back on the Streets, this was released on the 30th of September 1978 and had been recorded in the spring of 1978 in Morgan Studios in London. Um, this album kind of consists of genres of hard rock, blues rock, and jazz fusion. It was released as under the label MCA in Europe and Japan, and Jet label in Jet Records in the US. It was produced by a guy called Chris Tanzi Tanzigarads. I have no idea how to say his name, and Gary Moore himself. So as I said, this was his first release since 1973's Grinding Stone, but this was the first album to be released as only as him under solo artist. Thin Lizzy, bassist, vocal slash vocalist, Phil Lynott, and drummer of Thin Lizzy as well, Ryan Donnelly, appeared in 4 songs on this album, including the song "Don't Believe a Word," which originally actually appeared on 1976's Thin Lizzy album "Johnny the Fox," and the UK top 10 single "Power Since Walkways." Um, so yeah, so this one I have is actually originally 1978. Final, the album was reissued in 1989 by Grandson Records, which was a revised playing order and additional tracks, Spanish guitar. More bonus tracks were available for like diluted version on the Universal Music Group remastered CD edition in 2013. The tracks Road of Pain, sorry, and track 10 that were recorded in these sessions for this album remain as of 2020, 2019, 2020, unreleased. Yeah, another release of titled Back on the Street, but has no apparently about connection to this album, is a compilation by Gary Moore that was released in 2003 as a greatest hits album. Now on to track listings. So the cover, unfortunately, I don't have the two big lights at the top of it. Only one works at the minute. So if I take it out of plastic, um, so this is the album. I'm just gonna get the looks back up. Oh, Um, so this is the album cover. Um, So this album sleeve wears, despite leaving Torres prison, this is actually Wormwood Scrubs in the inner London borough of Hammersmith and Fulham. This was photographed by a guy called Chucky Davis. Um, obviously, obviously you see the album name in the corner. Gamer's name. They actually got the price tag on it as well. Um, um, two songs on it. Back on the Street and Paradise Walkways. Um, there's Gary Moore, police officer, and some woman. Um, on the back, you've got the album cover and his name at the top. This is kind of like an old fashioned, well, it looks like a prison wall with his guitar case. The track list inside one on the left, side two, people who did the photography. Another, the sleeve design was done by Cream. Um, so yeah, there's no inside bit to this album. So yeah, let's get on to uh, personal. So yeah. So personal. So musicians on this album. So Gary Moore did well. Obviously, he appears on all of the tracks. So he did the guitar, lead vocals, bass on track one, guitar synthesizer, Motherlin, and accordion on track eight. I'm obviously producer. Phil Lynott did the bass in tracks 2, 3, 8 to 12, double bass on track 8, acoustic guitar on track 3, lead vocals on track 2, 8 and 10, and backing vocals on track 1 and 3. Don Ray did the keyboard, organ, piano on tracks 1 and 4 to 7. John Moll did bass guitar on tracks 4 to 7. Brian Donnelly did the drums, percussion on tracks 2, 3, 8 to 12. Simon Phillips did drums, percussion on tracks 1, 4 to 7. The production, it was done by Chris Tarr. I cannot say his second name. He was the producer and engineer. Andrew Warwick, Mark Frengard, Mike Dunnan, Mike Case, Perry Morgan, Simon Wakefield was assistant engineers. So now on to charts. So charts. Um, so the album uh, on the UK albums charts, the position it started at was number 70, 1979. Um, and on the singles on that same year, Paradise Walkway, and our singles chart went to number 5. On the UK singles chart, it went to number 8. Now on to my review of the. So my review on this album. So I would rate this album a 7 out of 10. Yes, it's a good album, but I think it would be rated lower if like Phil Lynott wasn't on the album, or if Gary Moore had released this like years earlier, or just started out just as a solo artist, and or had been in all those different bands like Thin Lizzy and stuff. Then they kind of uh, break through. Yes, Gary Moore, he is a brilliant guitarist and a good singer. Like I wouldn't say like like he is a legend. I wouldn't say he's like one of the greatest singers. Like his voice never really changed throughout his career, but his guitar playing was always like up there. I kind of think he was kind of an underrated guitarist. Um, like he is one of my legends, along with like Thin Lizzy and like U2 and stuff. Because he is from the same part of the north of Ireland. Like I'm from Belfast, which I partly grew up in, and yeah, he is one of my influences. Like I think his solo music, after this album, kind of got better. Like songwriting on this album is good because he was writing it along with Phil in it. But I think kind of I've only really listened to the singles of the next couple of albums, and like even his live stuff was quite good. But I think kind of his breakthrough point was his 1985 Run for Cover album, which you can go and check out because I have done a vinyl review on that. So yeah, and I even think it's like I haven't really listened to his Cousin Two uh band stuff, but I have listened to like Thin Lizzy as well. Some of the stuff he was in for Thin Lizzy. Like how I got this album. This is obviously original, kind of 1978 album. Um, so I got this in a. I think it was just in a like cheap box thing in my local hometown when I was living there. It was. I think it was a. I don't know how long it was before I moved to England. Um, just came up like I was a as I said I got this before the Run for Cover uh album from I think it was Tunes he got it in. Can't remember, so long ago. 'Cause obviously I wanted a wee bit of local like music in my collection, along with like Thin Lizzy and U2. But kind of all in all, this is a good album. Uh, yeah, it doesn't really I don't really stick it on too often. So, yeah, um, I'm gonna wrap this video up.
So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications bell in the description below to get a notification on when I put a video up. I've got plenty more videos coming up, both vinyl reviews and non-vinyl reviews. Also, I've got new series coming up as well. So the next vinyl I'm going to be reviewing, I'm kind of deciding now not to review these in order that I got them in. So the next one will be something a bit different. It is Noel Gallagher, High Flying Bird, which I'm really looking forward to this one. So to review. So I guess see ya.